Right now, deep inside your brain, your default mode network is narrating a quiet story about everything you're getting wrong, and the neuroscientists who mapped it admit they have no switch to turn it off. They can watch it light up. They cannot make it stop. But high performers have found one way to interrupt it, and by the end of this, you'll know exactly what it is. This is the part nobody publishes about your inner voice. You think the voice in your head is you. It isn't. It's a circuit, a web of regions called the default mode network, your brain's idle channel. And it does not idle quietly. The moment your attention drifts, it switches on and begins to talk about the thing you said wrong, the deadline, the version of you that should be further along. You don't choose this. You can't feel the switch flip. It runs underneath you all day, every day, narrating you to yourself in a voice you mistake for the truth. And here's what that constant narration costs you. Every time the network rehearses a worry, it strengthens that exact loop. The pathway gets faster. The story gets easier to reach. You are training your own brain to default to the worst sentence about you, thousands of repetitions a day, with no awareness it's happening. Picture a record groove worn deeper with every pass of the needle. That groove is the channel your mind drops into the instant you stop concentrating. The voice feels honest. It's just well rehearsed. Now watch the mechanism. When you speak to yourself silently, that ordinary inner monologue, you light up the same regions you use to talk to anyone else. Broca's area, the speech engine, fires as if a real conversation is happening. But here's the trap. Silent first-person talk, I, me. Why do I always keeps the whole exchange inside the default mode network. You are speaker and listener at once. The threat and the one hearing it fuse into a single self. There's no distance, no observer, no one standing outside the storm. The alarm rings and you are the alarm. And the brain, unable to separate the voice from the self, treats every harsh sentence as a verdict. This is where the experts go quiet. They can show you the network. They can show you it never fully shuts down, not in rest, not in sleep onset, not when you beg it to stop. The harder you try to silence the voice, the more activation they record. Suppression is more talking. The part they don't say out loud in the clinic is that you cannot win this by force. There is no off button in human neuroanatomy. Telling someone to just stop the negative thoughts is mechanically asking them to feed the exact circuit they're trying to starve. And this is why the advice you've been given backfires. You've been told to think positive, to swap the bad sentence for a good one. But a positive, I statement still runs through the same first-person machinery. Still no distance. For an anxious brain, I've got this can actually spike activation because some part of you hears the claim and immediately argues. You've been told to clear your mind. That's the one instruction the default mode network treats as an open invitation. Conventional self-help has been pointing you straight into the groove and telling you to push harder. Here's the rule high performers use instead, and it's almost absurdly small. They stop saying I. They talk to themselves in the second or third person, by name. Out loud when they can. Not I can handle this. Rich, you've handled worse than this. She knows what to do here. That single grammatical switch does something measurable. The moment you address yourself as you or by name, you recruit the prefrontal cortex, the executive region, the part that regulates other people's emotions for you. Your brain processes the voice as advice given to someone else. The distance is real and it's instant. Studies of self-distancing show the threat response drops in under a second, with no extra effort, no breathing exercise, no fight. You're not silencing the network. You're handing the microphone to a calmer region that was online the whole time. The same trick athletes, surgeons, and negotiators use under pressure, and almost none of them know why it works. Tonight, try it once. The next time the silent voice starts in, at your desk, in bed, in the dark, answer it out loud, using your own name in the second person. You're okay. You know the next step. Say it like you're talking to someone you'd never speak to cruelly. Notice the half second where the storm loosens its grip. That gap is the prefrontal cortex coming online. That gap is the rule working. But the default mode network isn't the only region rehearsing a story about you while you sleep. There's a structure deeper still. One that decides which of these voices you'll actually remember in the morning, and which it quietly deletes before you ever wake. And what it chooses to keep may not be up to you at all. So the real question isn't whether you talk to yourself. It's who's been doing the talking all along and who exactly has been listening.